This is the first time we're inviting the public to do this, and we hope to do this on an annual basis.
I love being a part of the DOE, contracting for them, seeing the history of what's occurred in this valley and being a part of remediating it and making sure that it has a legacy that's protective to humans here. As we drive out, you'll see some site features. One of the things that you'll note on here, all of these dots are our monitoring wells.
We monitor the wells twice a year, and we have sampling crews come down from Grand Junction to sample each well. We have 19 wells on site, and we monitor both of the aquifers that are under this site.
I like New Mexico. The Bluewater has a lot of challenges. I really enjoy talking about the groundwater contamination that has occurred. My goal is to be able to have the public understand what's happening and being able to interpret to the public the technical terms of what's going on here.
And we're gonna take our first stop right here. So that'll give a great view of the main tailing cell. We'll stop there and we'll talk about groundwater issues on site.
The Bluewater site is a legislated site under the Uranium Mill Tailings Radiation Control Act. It was a uranium mill. It provided ore for the U.S. government. And when they were done, the licensee, which happened to be ARCO, reclaimed the site. When they were done, when they met the license requirements for the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, it was transitioned over to DOE Legacy Management for long-term care and stewardship.
The plume has been relatively stable since the site transitioned to DOE in 1997. So the plume will continue to stay where it's at. DOE will continue to monitor and continue our cooperative agreement with the state of New Mexico in analyzing data from Homestake to ensure that the plumes remain protective of human health.
It's very important to DOE, the Office of Legacy Management, to make sure that the community knows what's happening in their neighborhood. We don't want them having to guess.
We're walking up on the cell, the Bluewater cell, and what we're going to take a look at are the depressions that have been forming since we've received the cell.
In total, this is 354 acres. It was completed in 1995. So if you remember when we looked at the map of the old mill site, this was all that above ground tailings pond. This all here, the main tailings disposal cell, was originally a tailings pond. So it was above ground, and it's where ARCO dumped the tailings. So they started from up here on the south end. The heavier materials settled out down there, and then they continued down here to the north end where the lighter materials finally settled out. That was clay-like material. So they did do some effort to help dewater all of those materials.
We committed to doing a couple of tasks that were as a result of that meeting. One was to update the plume map to show that it hasn't been moving, to look at the depressions on the cell, to see what options are available to repair those depressions.
This is quite a site here. It's a large site, and I've been coming down here for 15 years. We have elk that visit the site frequently. We see them almost every time we come down here. A lot of coyotes are on this site, and they especially are around in the early morning and the evening, and it's really fun to listen to them.
What DOE's job is to do is to maintain, monitor, and emergency measures. Those are our three things that we are responsible for. So we will continue to do that. We're not here just for a few years, we're here indefinitely.